In this video, I'm going to show you how to relieve sciatica pain in 30 seconds. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over the best proven sciatica exercises that can give quick pain relief, even within 30 seconds. Each one of these exercises works differently. They're going to target different causes of sciatica, including from bulging or herniated discs in the lower back to muscle issues like piriformis syndrome. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. So this exercise we can do seated. Whatever side that you're having the most amount of sciatica pain, let's say it's your right side, what you want to do is place that side's ankle over your other side's knee, so when you look down, it should look like a figure 4. If you have a lot of difficulty getting into this position, to make it a little bit easier, just straighten the other leg out, put your ankle over the other side's leg, that way you can grab your pant leg or in front of your shin and slide it into position. So what we want is nice upright posture. Just have your back as straight as possible. With this bent knee, we're going to slowly press it down towards the floor, but don't use your hands. Instead, use your leg and hip strength, because the more that you press down, the more that you're going to feel a deep activation across the hips into the glutes, a huge instigator of sciatica nerve compression. So I build into this one to the point where I feel a really good activation of those muscles, but not causing any pain or discomfort. If you do feel any, just back off slightly. You want to hold this position for about 5 seconds. You're going to release it, and then you're going to repeat this 10 times, and with each repetition, build into it a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like it's helping out, but it needs a little bit more, I would just keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. So to take this one to the next level and get a really deep stretch into that area, this is what you can do. Take your hands, cup around your knee, and what you want to do is slowly pull your knee across your body towards your other side's shoulder. So I'm taking my right knee towards my left shoulder. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep stretch form on the outside of your thigh, working into the hips and then finally into the lower back. Once you feel it in the hip and lower back area, you want to hold this one longer, about 20 to 30 seconds. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Just let out as much tension as you can. You're going to release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 5 times. Go through both of these movements. If you find that one's helping out a little bit more, at that point, throw some more repetitions in. And if it does feel like you have the time and energy, I would try to throw a couple repetitions in on the other side, even if it doesn't hurt, because it will help keep everything nice and loose. This is called sciatic nerve flossing, and we can do this one in bed or on a floor. Just lie flat on your back like this. Have your legs hip width apart, knees bent roughly at 90 degrees, feet flat. Whatever side that you're dealing with sciatica, let's say it's your right side, what you're going to do is take your hands and cup around the back of your knee. Now slowly pull your leg and knee towards your chest until you feel a light stretch only forming on the back of your thigh, working towards your buttocks. You're going to hold this and now deepen this stretch by straightening your knee, lifting your foot towards the ceiling. What you want to do is build into this one to the point where it is a very deep stretch, but not causing any discomfort. We're going to hold this position and now take it to the next level by pressing our foot away from us, kind of like pressing into a gas pedal. You're going to feel the calf muscles start to fire all the way down the leg. Hold this for about a second or two and then bring your foot towards you and build into it. Feel those muscles really start to fire. I like to do this motion 5 times in both directions and then finally release it, take a breather. On the next repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more for 5 complete repetitions. But afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like it needs a little bit more, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. And for good measure, I would throw a couple repetitions in on the other side just to make sure all muscles are kept nice and loose. So this is the slump stretch. It's a seated exercise. It's pretty much going to stretch the whole sciatic nerve pathway from your lower back into your hip all the way down the leg. We're going to start seated with very good upright posture. Whatever side that you're dealing with sciatica, let's say it's your right side, that leg is going to be straight with your heel on the floor. The other leg is going to go bent like this. This is a progressive 3-part movement. Start with the first one, and then as you feel ready, go into the other 2 movements. So the first movement, we're going to take our foot and we're going to press it away like this. I always tell everybody it's kind of like pressing into a gas pedal. The more that you build into this, the more that you're going to feel a deep activation of the leg muscles. I feel it in my calves working upward into my thigh, even towards the glutes. So I just build into this one, hold it comfortably for a second or two. You're going to release it and now bring your foot and toes back towards you. It's going to activate those leg muscles, but it's going to feel a little bit differently. So build into this one, hold it for a second or two, release it, and then repeat this as a fluid movement of pressing away and bringing your foot towards you 15 to 20 times. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like it needs a little bit more, you're more than welcome to keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. But at this point, you should feel a lot of warmth coming in. There's a lot of good blood flow and circulation. So we should be ready to now progress into the other two movements, which are definitely stronger stretches. So the second movement is adding in a head movement that mimics our foot. So as we press our foot away, what we're going to do is lower our head down at the same time, taking our chin towards our chest. As you do this, you're going to feel a lot deeper of a stretch. I really feel it in the hamstrings right here on the back of my thigh. Couple seconds, we're going to hold this. We're going to bring our foot back towards us, and as we do that, we're going to slowly bring our head backward to look upward towards the ceiling. So again, give this a try in both directions about 15 to 20 times. So the last movement is going to be the slump stretch, and this one by far is the deepest of the three. So please don't start with this one unless you've done one of the other movements to warm everything up. So for this, I'm going to have my heel firmly planted on the floor, and I like to press it down a little bit until I feel a deep activation into my buttocks or the glutes. I hold that, and now I slowly bring my foot towards me until I feel that deep activation of the leg muscles. I'm going to hold that, and now I'm going to tuck my chin towards my chest, and I'm going to slump forward, rounding my upper back and just pretty much lowering my chest towards the floor. Do this one slowly. I feel a deep stretch in my calves into my hamstrings right here. Hold this comfortably for a little bit longer, about 5 seconds. You're going to release it, and then you're going to repeat this 10 times and just keep building into this over and over again. But go through all of these movements. If you find that one is helping you out a little bit more, keep building into that movement until you're not getting any more improvement. And if you do have sciatica on both sides, you can do this on both sides. And if the other side doesn't hurt, throw a couple repetitions in just to help keep everything nice and loose. This is called countertop decompression. What it's going to do is offer a deep opening stretch in the lower back known as traction to quickly take pressure off bulging or herniated disc. And just like the name implies, what you're going to need is a countertop. I usually find that the corner countertop right here works the best. If you don't have one, no big deal. All you really need is a flat edge. And you can also use something like a desk or a table. It just has to be sturdy enough to support your body weight. So this is how I do it personally. What I do is I just take my butt and I stick it right here in the corner of the countertop, and I take my hands and put them off to my side. Now, keeping my back nice and straight, what I'm going to do is support my body weight on my arms and hands like this, while I support my lower body weight onto my toes. So what you want to do is just have a little bit of your toes touching the floor to the point where it's going to support it and allow your body to relax, especially the core and your back. Don't try to tense any muscles with this. Instead, just let gravity pull your body weight straight towards the floor. Again, you're going to feel a deep opening stretch in your back, and try to hold this position for an extended period of time, at least 30 seconds, but I would recommend holding it for a minute or two. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let out as much tension as you can. When you need to relax, just stand back up like this. So I would try to do this at least for about 3 to 5 minutes, broken up into as many repetitions as you like. So if you would like to take this one to the next level, you can add in what I like to call the butt wiggle. So what I'm going to do is get back into my original decompression right here. Once I feel it in the lower back, what I'd like to do is just kind of move my hips from side to side, kind of like wiggling my butt. So go towards the left and the right. You can also do circular motions like you're having a hula hoop around your waist. going counterclockwise with it or clockwise. I would experiment with as many different movements as possible. And if you do find that one just offers a little bit more relief, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose or you're not getting any more improvement. This is called the McKinsey wall lean, and it's one of the absolute best exercises to do if you have a bulging or herniated disc in your lower back, the main cause of sciatica. So for this one, we're just going to need a wall, and I think that the hardest part about this exercise is just knowing which side to place closest to the wall. So remember, good or non-painful side will be closest to the wall. I'm going to demonstrate what to do if you have left-sided sciatica. So we're going to start with our feet together, spaced roughly a foot and a half away from the wall. What you're going to do from there is lean your upper body and shoulder into the wall, just like this. So it should feel like your body's kind of tilted. And when you do this exercise, make sure that your shoulder does not lift off the wall like this. Instead, all movement is going to come through our hips and pelvis. Let's take the hand on the painful side, place it right across our belt line over the hip, and we're going to slowly press our hips towards the wall. Do this slowly because you're going to feel a deep stretch form in your lower back. Once you feel that, try to hold this for an extended period of time, at least 30 seconds, but I would try to work more towards 45 seconds, even a minute. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let out as much tension as you can. When you do this exercise, what you should notice is what is called centralization of pain. In a nutshell, when you take pressure off the sciatic nerve, the pain comes out of the leg. So when you do this, if you start to feel the pain come out of the leg, that is a great sign, and continue with this. But if you see the opposite, more pain shooting down into the leg, back off a little bit or just discontinue immediately. So after we've done this for 30 to 45 seconds, we're going to release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, just building into it a little bit more. If you want to deepen this stretch, all you have to do is just take your feet slightly away from the wall. So if you want to take this one to the next level, what we can do is add in another movement that really complements the wall lean and will quickly take pressure off a bulging or herniated disc. This is called standing back extension. It's super easy to do. So we're going to start with a wide stance. I like to have my feet a little bit wider than my hips, and I just take my hands and I cup right around the belt line, and I press my thumbs right into the muscles off to the side of the lower back. When you do this, you'll probably find that one certain spot just feels like it's the most painful, and at that point I like to just kind of focus on that a little bit more. But what you're going to do is just press into that area, moving your hips forward while you lean back with your shoulders like this. So it's going to arch your lower back, putting it into extension. Build into this one for a deep, comfortable stretch. Try to hold it for at least 30 seconds, longer if you're able to. Do that nice, slow, controlled breathing. You're going to release it, and then you're going to repeat this 3 to 5 times. But go through both of these movements. If you find that one just helps you out a little bit more, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose or you're not getting any more improvement. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.